I am Karis Copp and I'm an editor at FuturePrint. I'm also Managing Director of KC Media, which is a communications and PR agency specialising in the print industry. So FuturePrint is a content platform and community in print founded by Marcus Timpson and Fraser Chesterman, who have a background in events. So as well as being that content platform, we do now put on a lot of events to serve the community and our partners and just the wider industry. And really what we like to do is just get in there and do things quickly, pick up on what everyone's talking about, what's exciting. It's something we did during COVID with putting on virtual events and reacting really quickly to what people wanted. And this is really similar. Everybody's talking about AI and its use cases, and we just wanted to bring a lot of people together, get their opinions and their thoughts, and some use cases, some case studies all about using AI for print, and actually also in different ways. We had some speakers that maybe weren't talking specifically about print, but came up with some really interesting ideas about implementing artificial intelligence and what it means in print industry and beyond. We had a real variety of different speakers across, manufacturers, software developers, actual printers, and across the board, people using it in different ways, from color optimization, using it in pre-press software, packaging. We talked about textiles, so loads of different facets of print, and also loads of different ways of using it from the generative AI side for both content and patterns and that kind of thing, things that are really creative and artistic that can be used for print businesses, but also the different types of AI that can be used on that more analytic side for what quality control, those kind of checks. And I'm not an expert, but it was just a really interesting mix of generative and other types of AI and what they can be used to do. So I think one of the really interesting things to come out of today as well was a lot of people talking about how it's not necessarily a new technology. It might be a real buzzword at the moment, but it's been implemented in many ways in what people in print and beyond have been using for a number of years. And specifically, again, a lot of printers that we heard from today talking about how they are actually using it, in terms of images and the back-end software and everything else. It was really interesting to hear from people about how they're already using it, but also the fact that it's not a new technology, but it is something that we're all coming to terms with in terms of what it's capable to take us forward. I talked about in my presentation the initial fears that I have, that I think are really shared by a lot of people, particularly in creative spaces, but also in many different industries. That, like you said, it's going to take our jobs, it's going to have a negative impact on the work that we do. But as I said in the presentation, it's not AI that's going to take your job, it's someone using AI, effectively, that is going to be the one to take your job. So yeah, I think it's just reframing how we look at it, and I think experimenting with it ourselves a bit really helps as well. You can actually see how it can be used to kind of enhance rather than be something that just kills creativity. So that was what I was trying to get across, and I think a lot of other people touched on that too, so that was really good to hear. It's a really full calendar this year for FuturePrint. We've already had our Valencia packaging and labels event earlier this year. Then on the 15th of May, we're doing a virtual event, virtual Drupal showcase. So some of our partners will be talking about what they'll be bringing to Drupal and what they can expect from them. And then following that will be another FuturePrint Tech event, which is here again, where we are, the Muller Centre in Cambridge. That's on the 6th and 7th of November. And then looking to 2025 already, we'll be doing another FuturePrint Tech packaging and labels event in Valencia. So that's on the 2nd and 3rd of April 2025.